Alright, and now for the little silver/CFTC update in which this lawmaker is pulling down old Gary, the turd burglar, Gensler, into his office or whatever he's going to have the speech at, asking him why are they dragging their feet. Now the interesting thing is it's not like immediately when it should be like come in here right now, tomorrow, next day, I need to talk to you immediately. Why are you dragging this on? Remember, September 22nd, they should have had the meeting, passed the rule changes for commodities, thus crashing JP Morgan somehow because they wouldn't be allowed to hold the massive silver positions they have. So they changed that. Now let's make it October 8th or 4th or whatever. Now let's change it again to October 18th. So now this guy, the senators, had it. But Bloomberg, CFTC to face lawmaker scrutiny on October 6th. Well, that's past the next date of the 4th when they should be doing it. So we have a little feet dragging going on anyways. Is this just a staged event to make people paying attention, say, we're working on it, whatever. But he says, before leaving you temporarily tonight, this is from Harvey, Oregon, I want to bring to your attention 2 emails sent to me by Bart. I will send my thoughts to Senator Levin as to the delay. Special thanks to Bart Chilton and, of course, Bloomberg for the story. If this email was sent by Bart Chilton to this guy, Harvey, Oregon, which it appears that's exactly what he just said, then my thoughts when I said, I don't know if it was earlier today or yesterday when I did my video, and I said there's only one guy on the commission, Bart Chilton, who appears to be on the people's side, but I'm not sure. Is he just playing us? Is he pretending to be? It seems like it, but I don't know. Now I can safely say I think this guy is definitely pushing on our side. He's the only one out of 5 or so. He's one. So the other 4 are with the bankers. And one of the other 4 is being called in. That would be Gary, the turd burglar, Gensler. That sounds good, doesn't it? That name actually fits. Bart, the turd burglar, Chilton. That doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound good. It doesn't fit. Gary, the turd burglar, Gensler. It just sounds fantastic. That's his new nickname. September 28th, Bloomberg. The U.S. Commodities Future Trading Commission, CFTC, which has yet to complete the Dodd-Frank Act limits on excessive speculation, will face scrutiny about the trading curbs at an August 6th hearing led by Senator Carl Levin. CFTC Chairman Gary, the turd burglar, Gensler, will testify at the hearing of the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations, according to a statement released by Levin's office today. The CFTC, after delaying consideration in September, delayed a final vote on the regulations until October 18th, until an October 18th Washington meeting, Steve Adamski, the agency's spokesman, said yesterday. The rule has among the most contentious stemming from Dodd-Frank, spurring more than 13,000 comments from supporters such as Delta Airlines Inc. and opponents including Barclays Capital. Right, Delta Airlines is crying because you're raping them with the gas fees because speculation on oil causes their fees for jet fuel and everything to go up. So thanks, Delta Airlines. We appreciate you being on our side. I can't blame you either. Who wants to be a victim of these bankers and these Wall Street people? I don't want to pay their retirement because they get to speculate on sugar and coffee and oil and gold and silver that doesn't even exist, but there's tons of paper that do exist that claim that they have some kind of ownership, or it's a betting on a horse race. That's all it is. But since when does betting on a horse race set the price of the horse? I mean, this is crazy. So the bottom line is that this senator has had it, apparently. I commend him. I'm going to finish reading this. The agency has come under pressure from lawmakers, including Levin, which is it says a Michigan Democrat, and Senators Maria Cantwell, a Washington Democrat, and Bernie Sanders, a Vermont Independent, and Bill Nelson, a Florida Democrat, to complete the speculation rule originally proposed in January. Until this proposed rule is adopted and effective position limits are put in place, this is a quote, the American economy will continue to be vulnerable to excessive speculation and the violent price swings it can cause, and American business and consumers will continue to be at risk Senator Levin said in a March 28 letter to the CFTC. The CFTC and Securities and Exchange Commission are leading U.S. efforts to write new derivatives rules for the $601 trillion global swaps market after largely unregulated trades helped fuel the 2008 credit crisis. It didn't help fuel it. It is the sole cause of it, by the way. The rules will govern trades conducted by Goldman Sachs Group, Inc., Citigroup, Inc., and Cargill, Inc., among other companies. Oh, I'll add another other company. J.P. Morgan, the turd burglar, Chase. And he says, here is the second email sent to him. Wall Street Journal, CFTC files complaint against Alpha Trade Group, 6 defendants, September 28, 2011. The Commodities CFTC filed a federal complaint against Alpha Trade Group, SA, and 6 defendants for an allegedly fraudulent futures trading scheme. The complaint, filed Tuesday in U.S. District Court for the Middle District of Florida, claimed the defendants operated Alpha Trade Group as a fraudulent $1.7 million off-exchange foreign currency and commodities futures scheme. They bilked customers primarily in Florida, California, and Puerto Rico out of their funds from at least April to December of 2009, the complaint said. The company was also known as Revolution Network Ltd. The defendants are Jose Martinez Beltram, Wellington Bautista Castillo, bunch of Spanish people, okay? All of Orlando, Florida, and Francisco Soro Matas of Mexico. Contact information for the defendants and their attorneys were not immediately available. None of the money invested was used to trade futures, the complaint said. Rather, the defendants allegedly misappropriated at least several $100,000 for their own personal benefit, including financing international trips to Spain, Switzerland, and Panama. So what is this? CFTC, breaking news, Wall Street Journal. Hey, that'll get some news. CFTC files complaint against Alpha Trade Group, 6 defendants. Who? Who in the hell is Alpha Trade Group? Never heard of them in my life. 6 defendants? What is this place? Oh, they're nobody. Oh, they're nobody. Just like Bernie Madoff and some other guys smaller than him. They're nobodies, but that's the guys that we all saw paraded around in handcuffs, Wall Street, down in New York, and everywhere. We're getting these guys handcuffs, cameras, Fox News, all the... Hey, regulation. The regulators got them. CFTC, Security Exchange Commission, they got them. They're doing their job. See, we're trying to help you guys. But what is $1.7 million off exchange that they operate? What is $1.7 million when I just read to you the $601 trillion derivatives market and just simply J.P. Morgan's hundreds of billions of dollars, if not close to $1 trillion, I don't know what the exact total is now, of J.P. Morgan's paper short position, derivatives, of course, pushing their short position in the silver market. What about that? This is $1.7 million. They're about to be indicted. They're getting caught red-handed, blah, blah, blah. But what about the real terrorists? What about the real financial terrorists? J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, HSBC, Deutsche Bank, and many others. Bank of America, of course. What about those guys? Oh, they'll just settle out of court, settle with the SEC. Here's a little fee. We built billions out of people. We raped and pillaged them for billions, but we will settle out of court right now for, what, 300 million? 700 million? Yeah, all right, done deal. And we don't have to admit guilt? Correct. We made billions in profit. We get to settle for 700 million out of court, no files charged. We don't get yes or no, we guilty or not guilty, we're not going there. We just pay a little fine, a little speeding ticket. And basically it's a speeding ticket when you don't get points on your driver's license, so your insurance premiums don't go up. That's all it was. Just pay the fee, pay the court costs, sir, for your speeding ticket. We'll go ahead and take the points off your license. Don't worry about it. No insurance hikes. You're good to go. That's what happens when you're J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, etc., the big banks. But this guy here for $1.7 million, this little Alpha Trading Group or whatever, Alpha Trade Group, this is you and me, the peasant class of that, where We're going to parade this guy around. We're taking him to jail. He's going to go to court. He's going to pay all these fines. They'll never open or operate a business as long as they live in the state of Florida and blah, blah, blah. All right, go get him, CFTC. Go get him, Security Exchange Commission. $1.7 million. You can win that much money on Survivor TV show, you freaking bozo. What is this crap? Is this serious? Are you trying to really pretend like you're doing something, yet at the same time, simultaneously, you're dragging your feet on the most comprehensible, needed, unbelievable change to the futures and commodities exchanges that needs to be taking place? You're dragging your feet on that. And as I said, you know, guaranteed, that the big market crash will be taking place sometime around that period or before the 18th of October when they have to put these rules in place. Or if they say, okay, we're putting the rules in place, we voted today, it's the 18th of October, we're doing the rule change, but they don't take effect until, I don't know, February 2012, January 2012. Well, then you have the rest of the year for JP Morgan and Friends as kind of a little final gift, goodbye present from the CFTC to them. Here's your last present, JP Morgan. Do what you want to do with the silvers market. We're giving you 3 months to the end of this year. Last 3 months. Have a nice day. Unload your short positions. Crash the silver market as much as you want in order for you to comply with the new rule changes. You're going to have to do that. We're giving you permission. Have fun. And you know what? I will gladly, with a smile on my face, make a video, as I told Bozo Beast I would, if we didn't see $50 silver again this year, that he was right on that call and I was wrong. And I even told him I would love to see nothing more than just that thing happen, and then on January 1st, just past the date where I could have won the bet, silver and gold just go crazy. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Well, why, what does that mean? Joe, if you thought silver was going to 50 this year, and it ends up not going to 50 again, or even close to it, 48, 49, right? Not even close. Then does that mean like I shouldn't listen to you anymore? You can at your own peril if you don't want to listen to me anymore. My timing may not be perfect, and why is that? Because I'm not sitting on the board of JP Morgan Chase. I'm not a commissioner at the CFTC. I'm not some kind of high-level guy at the Security Exchange Commission. I am not a member of the club. But I can certainly sit back after the club makes their moves and speculate on what do I think they're going to do next. What about that? They're doing this. Okay, I wonder why they're going to do that right now. And try to put a little pieces to a puzzle together in which I don't have all the pieces. But you'll notice, if you've subscribed to me for any length of time, that I sure as hell know what I'm talking about. And I make a lot of sense when I talk. And no matter what, even if my timing's off on the $50 move again this year to silver and it doesn't happen, you already know it's going to happen in the near future no matter what. And again, if I have to accept JP Morgan giving the green light to crash the whole market system down, stock market and silver, gold, all of it, so they can get out of their massive short positions and give me another opportunity to buy even insanely cheaper than now prices of silver, even cheaper, man, JP Morgan, it was a valiant fight you put up. You put one hell of a fight up. I commend you on that, brother. You've allowed me multiple times to capitalize on these crash downs. I want to thank you with all my heart and soul as you collapse into the black hole of eternal abyss and you're slashing your tail one last time, crashing the markets down as you go, like a little defiant little child, upset, stomping his feet on the ground, pulling the old Bill O'Reilly, we'll do it live. Yeah, the whole thing. I could just see Jamie Dimon and Friends. Let's take the silver markets down live. F it, we'll do it live. I'm pushing the button to sell, 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 sell. So, I will gladly accept that and be wrong about my comment of seeing $50 silver this year again after the first time and wait for it to happen next year and blow past 50 to set new highs that will make your jaw hit the ground. But we're not out of the end of the year yet, and in a crazy, mad-driven market where people see their entire life savings go down the tubes in real time, sometime in October, you never know what they're going to do with any remaining money they have, and it may go fund their little purchase in silver and gold, only to find out everybody's sold out, everyone's flipping out, yet the price of silver on the market says it's like, I don't know, pick a number, $20, $18, $25, whatever it's at. No one's got silver. It's completely sold out everywhere. And those that have it, I'll sell you my silver, but I'm not selling for $20. I'll give it to you for 60, right, or something. You then have the power. That's when the market, the real market, kicks in. Real supply, real demand actually kicks in. And I also want to say one other thing, a little bit off topic, but related. If they put these position limits in place, would oil also be under the new position limits rules, where certain entities, people, corporations are no longer allowed to hold massive positions in oil contracts? Because if that is true, then you will also see the elite having their power taken from them to cause the price of oil to go where they wanted, just like in 2008, which Lindsey Williams called perfectly in advance in end of 2006 when I watched his video. I was actually very beginning of 07 when I actually bought the DVD and watched it on my TV screen, but I saw it online. And he said, near future, you're going to see $150 a barrel oil because of these elitists. It was currently $70 or so at the time. It went to 150 rapidly, like he said it would. And then he said, while it's taking place, while it's at $140-something a barrel at the time, nailing the prediction, he has the nerve to come out and say it's going down to 50 soon, which was the latter part of 08 anyways. And then in the 09, first half of 09 or so, it's going to hang around $50 and slightly lower possibly. That's exactly what it did. Beautifully timed. Saudi Arabian king, whatever, we're press release, we're cutting production by $2 million. 2 million barrels a day to help pump the prices back up. Yet, after that statement, 3 days later, it dropped another $10 from like $50 down to $40. After he did that. So how is that possible, supply and demand working? He just created an artificial supply problem to pump the prices up, and the prices went down $10 a barrel from 50 down to 40. That's absolutely what happened. And that was in December, I want to say, early December of 2012. Excuse me, 2008. Early December 2008. So Lindsey explained that the Wall Street paper pushers hold these massive contracts on anything they want to play with, which in this case they can rule the world with oil, so that's their number one thing, and they can set the price up or down and do what they want. So if this rule gets finally put in place, are they affected too? And if so, can they now not set the price of OPEC oil? They're no longer able to control it? That would be pretty cool. That would be very good. That would be fantastic to see them losing their power more and more. You can already look around and see them losing it, and they're reacting in little ways that you can tell they're feeling some pain here, and they're trying to grasp at some of this power they used to have, and they're recognizing it's going away. Wall Street protest, it's getting out of control, it's growing, it's now going to different states. It's going to be here in Sarasota, Florida soon. Now they're going to do an Occupy Washington, D.C. next in October. Matter of fact, it might even be around the 6th or 4th or something of October. So, this is very, interesting little message here I want to read you from Harvey, Oregon. And let's see if old JSNP4 nails another market crash, as I did last week, just before it happened. Let's see if I can do it again for October. And again, I'm not trying to claim to be some, guru, some psychic guy, and everyone better listen to me. I'm the one that's I'm Bill O'Reilly. You listen to me. I'm the elitist here. No, that's not how I roll. I just get the information and share it with you. And at certain points, you become a little confident of seeing all these things coming together that you really need to say, rather than tell you I think this might happen, it becomes a level above that as I'm predicting, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think this prediction will make sense. October's the day or the month that the big one's going to hit. Big time drops in stocks and bonds and everything paper. It could include gold and silver, as I've said, which of course means the price could come down even further than where it's at right now, but it could be simply because JP Morgan has to unwind its position. But if the stock market is completely collapsing, there's no way on this earth that JP Morgan stock or any other bank stock is going to miraculously go up. They're going to be going down too. So if silver is chasing JP Morgan stock price, as I've said, how low can we go, or how low can you go, as they say? How low can JP Morgan stock price go, and how low can silver follow it? I don't know. I don't have the answer. But I am in a position now to where if it does go even much lower than where it's at now, I left some room to definitely load the boat. Again. And again. So keep that in mind. That's all I got for you tonight. I am almost positive I'll be doing videos tomorrow or the next day because look at what's happening. Everything's blowing up. Greece is blowing up. Volcanoes going off over here to Canary Islands, fixing to destroy that place. I mean, I got more news coming than I ever could imagine. I can't keep up with it. So that's it. Take care.